Did you know you're eating plastic right now? Scientists have found microplastics, minuscule particles of plastic in our lungs, blood, and even unborn babies. Across the globe, plastic pollution is choking our planet. What does this mean for our health, for the future of our species and the delicate balance of life on Earth? Let's find out. Microplastics. It's a word that's begun to creep into our collective consciousness. But what exactly are they? Imagine a plastic bottle shattering into thousands of tiny pieces. These fragments, smaller than 5 millimeters, are microplastics. They break down from larger plastic items, bottles, single-use packaging, fishing nets. Many microplastics are intentionally manufactured. They lurk in our cosmetics, hiding in face scrubs and toothpaste. Our clothes, woven from synthetic fibers like polyester and nylon, shed millions of microplastic fibers with each wash cycle. These fibers flow out with the wastewater, slipping through filtration systems and entering our waterways. Tire dust, generated by the friction between tire and asphalt, becomes airborne or washes into storm drains. A staggering 30% of the microplastics polluting our oceans come from tire dust. These particles, so small they evade detection by the human eye, are infiltrating our environment and our bodies. Life on Earth is interconnected in ways we are only beginning to understand. These tiny plastic particles have breached the barriers of our bodies, infiltrating our most vital systems. Scientists have found them in human blood, confirming that these foreign invaders are circulating within us. Microplastics have been detected in the deepest recesses of our lungs, inhaled with every breath. And most alarmingly, they have been found in placentas, the life-giving organs that nourish developing babies in the womb. This discovery paints a stark and disturbing picture. Even the most vulnerable among us are not immune to microplastic contamination. But how are these microscopic particles infiltrating our bodies? The answer is all around us. Our most basic need, the water we drink, is a primary pathway for microplastic contamination. Bottled water, often touted as a pure and healthy choice, is ironically a significant source of these plastic particles. Tap water, while generally considered safer, is not immune to contamination. The food we consume is also a conduit for microplastics. Fish, especially those at the top of the food chain, accumulate significant amounts of microplastics in their tissues. Sea salt, harvested from oceans increasingly polluted with plastic waste, carries these tiny particles to our tables. Even fruits and vegetables, irrigated with water contaminated by microplastics, are not exempt. The average person, it is estimated, ingests a credit card's worth of plastic every week. For decades, we comforted ourselves with the belief that plastic posed little direct threat to human health. We now stand at the precipice of a disturbing truth. Microplastics are not inert invaders. They are Trojan horses carrying a hidden cargo of potentially harmful substances into our bodies. Microplastics act like sponges, absorbing persistent organic pollutants, POPs, from their surroundings. These POPs include a cocktail of chemicals, pesticides, industrial byproducts, flame retardants, many of which have been linked to serious health problems. Once ingested, these pollutants can leach out of the microplastics, potentially disrupting our hormones, impairing our immune systems, and even interfering with the delicate balance of our gut microbiome. Many plastics are manufactured with bisphenol A, BPA, a known endocrine disruptor. BPA mimics the hormone estrogen in the body and has been linked to a range of health problems, including reproductive issues and an increased risk of certain cancers. Microplastics, often laden with BPA, act as vehicles for this harmful chemical. Research suggests that microplastics can trigger inflammation in our organs, potentially leading to tissue damage and long-term health problems. The full extent of the danger posed by these microscopic invaders is still being unraveled. The consequences of our plastic addiction extend far beyond the human species. The natural world is being slowly choked by a tide of plastic waste. From the highest peaks to the deepest ocean trenches, microplastics are disrupting ecosystems and threatening the delicate balance of life. Imagine a majestic sea turtle gracefully gliding through the ocean depths. For this ancient creature, plastic bags mistaken for jellyfish become a deadly meal. Over 1 million seabirds and 100,000 marine mammals die each year from plastic ingestion and entanglement. Microplastics act like tiny magnets, attracting and concentrating persistent organic pollutants from the surrounding water. These contaminated particles are then ingested by marine life, introducing toxic chemicals into the food web. As larger predators consume contaminated prey, these toxins accumulate, reaching alarmingly high levels in top predators like tuna and swordfish. This process, known as biomagnification, means that we, as humans who consume seafood, are ultimately exposed to these harmful chemicals. Microplastics have been found in the snows of the Arctic, carried by winds and currents to the most remote corners of our planet. The evidence is clear. We have created a plastic plague that has permeated every corner of our planet. The scale of the microplastic crisis can feel overwhelming, but there is hope. We have the power to make a difference not only in our own lives but in the health of our planet. It begins with acknowledging the problem and then taking action, replacing apathy with conscious choices that reduce our reliance on plastic. The first step is simple. Reduce your consumption of single-use plastics. Carry a reusable water bottle and say no to plastic straws. Choose products with minimal packaging and opt for reusable bags when shopping. These small changes, multiplied across millions of individuals, can create a powerful wave of change. Support companies and organizations working to find solutions to the plastic crisis. Look for products made from recycled materials and support legislation aimed at reducing plastic waste and promoting sustainable alternatives. Consider installing a microplastic filter on your washing machine. These filters are designed to capture the tiny fibers shed from synthetic clothing, preventing them from entering the water system. Choose natural fibers like cotton, wool, and linen whenever possible. These materials biodegrade naturally, unlike their synthetic counterparts. Be mindful of your cosmetic choices. Opt for products made with natural exfoliants like sugar or salt, and choose brands that prioritize sustainability and environmental responsibility. The challenge before us is immense but not insurmountable. Human ingenuity, the same force that unleashed the plastic problem upon the world, now holds the key to its solution. Around the globe, scientists and innovators are working tirelessly to develop new technologies and strategies to combat the microplastic crisis. Biodegradable plastics, designed to break down harmlessly in the environment, offer a promising alternative to conventional plastics. These materials, made from plant-based sources like cornstarch and sugarcane, hold the potential to revolutionize our relationship with plastic. Advancements in wastewater treatment technologies offer hope for capturing microplastics before they reach our waterways and oceans. Innovative filtration systems are being developed to remove these tiny particles from wastewater. In the ocean, ambitious cleanup projects are underway. Massive floating barriers designed to collect and concentrate plastic debris are being deployed in areas of high plastic concentration. These projects offer a glimmer of hope for restoring the health of our oceans. But technology alone cannot solve this crisis. We must fundamentally rethink our relationship with plastic, moving away from a throwaway culture to a more circular economy. The fight against microplastic pollution is a marathon, not a sprint. The invisible threat of microplastics is a stark reminder of our interconnectedness with the natural world. What we do to the planet, we ultimately do to ourselves. But within this challenge lies an opportunity. An opportunity to rethink our relationship with plastic, to embrace sustainable solutions, and to create a healthier future for all. The choices we make each day have the power to turn the tide against plastic pollution. Join us on this journey towards a plastic-free future. Together we can make a difference.